We have 4 cups of wine that we drink by the side there. For Voitzaisi, Vihitzalti, Vigualti, Vilukachti. And then we have a 5th one, Kashraliyui, for Vevaisi Eschem El Uretz. These are all beautiful things. Technically, it does not really stem with the whole parsha, because the parsha starts off Vaydaber Elikim El Moshe V'Yomer Eilav Ani Hashem, and Rashi says Vaydaber Elikim El Moshe means that the Rebbeinu Shem dibber ite mishpat. Elikim is Hashem of mishpat. The Rebbeinu Shem was tough with Moshe Rabbeinu, and he said, "I'm not happy with what you're complaining. You're complaining about Lamar Yosel Amazeh. Vaydaber ite mishpat." He spoke to him strongly. And then all of a sudden he says, all kinds of beautiful things. How does it match up? In order to understand that, we have to go back to the original meeting that the Rebbeinu Shalom had with Moshe Rabbeinu by the Sneh. The Rebbeinu Shalom showed himself to Moshe Rabbeinu in the Sneh. And Chazal say, why did he choose the Sneh? To show that the Rebbeinu Shalom is Ima Enoich Mitzuda. Klal Yisrael is in a difficult place. I'm also in a difficult place. The Rebbeinu Shalom put his shechina in a sneh, which is a thorn bush. It's not a comfortable place. Nobody likes to live in a thorn bush. So, what did the Rebbeinu Shalom tell Moshe Rabbeinu over there? Moshe Rabbeinu said, "I'm going to come to Klal Yisrael and I'm going to tell them that the Rebbeinu Shalom was a chmegala to me, and they're going to ask, what's his name? What do you mean, what's his name? His name is the Eibishter. We know who the Eibishter is. We're Yidden. We have a legacy from Avruam, Yitzchak, and Yankov. That's the Eibishter. The God from Avruam, the God from Yitzchak, the God from Yankov, is the Eibishter. And then the Rebbeinu Shalom told him, Unoichi, Elekai Uvichu, Elekai Avruam, Elekai Yitzchak, Elekai Yankov. He told him who he is. So why is he asking, what's your name? What does it mean? The first explained that a name signifies how he relates himself. Mushal, speak to my father, I'll call him Tati. My mother speaks to my father, she'll call him by his name. When my kids speak to my father, they'll call him Zaidi. So each person, when they speak to the person they'll call him differently. If you have a person who's a Rebbe, his kids will call him Tati, and the Talmidim will call him Rebbe, and so forth. So the question is, how do you relate? How is Klal Yisrael supposed to relate to you? In other words, what attribute are you showing Klal Yisrael now? In other words, what are you going to do right now for Klal Yisrael? So the Rebbeinu Shalom answered him, Eya asher Eya. I will be with them in this tzura, Rashi explains, and I'll be with them in future tzuras. Oy vavoy. Klal Yisrael doesn't have enough tzuras. They need to hear now that we'll be with them in this tzura and more tzuras. When Moshe Rabbeinu said, please, I b'shtei, the Haile tzura b'shata, what do we need all this for? So the Rebbeinu Shalom said, okay. Just tell them Eya, tell them one Eya, that I will be with them in this tzura. And what does that signify? Does that signify that the tzura is over? No, because then it should have said, Hayisi yemuam b'tzura. You shouldn't have said Eya yemuam b'tzura. Eya means I will be with them in this tzura. It means the tzura is not over yet. There's still a continuation of the tzura. He's still going to be. We're not up to Geula yet. But I don't understand. He said, I'm saving you. So Moshe Rabbeinu understood that this means that the tzura is going to continue. And Klal Yisrael was not yet up to the Geula. However, afterwards, Aibisha said another statement. He said, Hashem used the Shem Havaya. So there's already a new level. Elikai Avruam, Elikai Yitzchak, Elikai Yankov, Shlachami Aleichem. This is my name forever. So the name Hashem, Yid Kai Vov Kai, signifies that the Rebbeinu Shalom is pure existence, and he's not limited by any issues within the Teva or anything like that. He's above all of that. He's total existence. Everything is brutal to him, and he is not brutal. He is not limited by anything on the world. That's what the Shem Havaya signifies. That's why we say that Havaya is just pure existence. Right? Mahava kololim kiliyesh ma'ayin. Everything is Hashem. That's what the Shem Havaya signifies. So the Rebbeinu Shalom told Moshe Rabbeinu Shem Havaya, Moshe Rabbeinu thought that the Rebbeinu Shalom is going to make the Geula right away. And the Ramban says that in the beginning of Perek Hai in Parashat Shmos, the Ramban says that Moshe Rabbeinu thought that he's going to Paroi and he's going to show him the oisis and moifsim, and it's going to be one after another, and Paro's going to get patch after patch after patch after patch after patch, all in one day or in a few days, and that's it. And he's not going to get him time. Why? Why did Moshe Rabbeinu think so? Because the Rebbeinu Shalom said, first the Rebbeinu Shalom said, Eya, I will be with them, which means I'll be with them in the Tzura. But afterwards Hashem switched it. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu thought. He switched it to Havaya, that there's going to be, it's total. We're done with all the tzuras. Now Moshe Rabbeinu comes back to the Irish. He says, "Rebbeinu Shalom, what's with this Havaya?" The Rebbeinu Shalom told Moshe Rabbeinu, I am Havaya, but not this minute. I told you, I did not take away that area. I'll still be with them in this tzura, and now you should know. When it comes, I'll take you out, you'll be my, all kinds of Lashonos of Charis, but that's Lushan Usid. Why? Because Klal Yisrael is still in Koitziriach and Avoid the Kusha. Klal Yisrael is not yet ready to be taken out. They still need a little more to be able to pull themselves out of this internal difficulty that they have. And once they pull themselves out of this internal difficulty, then all the Lashonos of Gilul will come. And that's why Pesach we drink 4 cups of wine to signify Chayres, because we left our difficulties. We're now able to recognize Ani Havaya.